Kakum nukum suyapum timas. Kita maluit timanin kinki wataspa. Kakawa henasmuna oikaloma tituatit yaya. Kalanih punika kanit katimanit. Ka imamuhu kalakaika. Hinok tia natso ochna. Kakawa sao hipautaya. Kawako kika tichnepats winaisa. Kima titwatit yaya. Kita malu tiutaya. Ka tsalawi anas titolayo oikaloma. Kakawa henasta tolasam.
But since the dams were built back in the 60s and 70s, native Idaho salmon have, well, teetered on the brink of extinction. As we've already spent $17 billion on salmon recovery and management, but only about 4% of the historical total actually have returned to spawn in Idaho.
Now where we're at is Fort Lapwai, shortened down to Lapwai, and of course around here you can see the old buildings. A lot of our tribal offices have moved into these areas that used to be housing for the Army that was here years and years ago. We have our high school here. You know, I have to mention too, you know, we have the state record in basketball, the boys and the girls. Our original 1855 reservation was in Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. We were reserving a way of life. We've been fighting now for this way of life since 1855. As we fast forward to today and really understand what we're missing with salmon and all that that brings, the change of their environment has changed who we are as people and our ability to interact with the land.
The salmon that were here fed a huge number of people, not only the Nez Perce, but other tribes, all the way up and down the rivers, fed a huge ecosystem. And that no longer is here. The state of salmon is pretty abysmal. The fish that leave here have to go through 8 hydroelectric dams on the way down to the ocean. So they've been hampered for many years. So the returns are very close to going extinct.
The oldest archaeological site in North America to this date is a Nez Perce site. 16,500 years. So it pretty much crushed the ice bridge theory. Our creation story is we sprang from this land. Our birthplace is in Kamiah, Idaho. It's called the Heart of the Monster, and that's where the Nez Perce blood comes from.
Nimipu, Nuna Nimipu, we the people. And it comes from the talking with the hand about how you're always telling the truth.
Within our homelands, we're talking between the Cascades and Bitterroots mountain range and into Buffalo country. We didn't just have one domicile where we just lived in a house and that's where we stayed. We had our places that we wintered, where we spent our springs and where we spent our summers. following the salmon, following the roots, the bulbs, the berries, and the game that's out there and our medicines that are out there. Our calendar is a yearly round of following the cycles of food. There are stories of our people going for 30 years walking the North American continent